enthusiastically. So Christy spoke about belief, and she spoke about, you know, being around the right people, and those people will bring that belief back into you. Now, our next speaker is the person who does that for a lot of people. I remember being sat with her, where did we go? Cadiz. And I sat there, and Charlene had been telling me for hours to come down to the beach bar, and I'm like, oh no, not a bit of meal, man, like, you know. But I went down there and I sat down, and I sat, listened to this woman speak, and she was just talking about her passion, her belief, the way she loves Farmasi, her journey, and I was sat in awe of her, and I was like, I just want to sit with you all day. So I know that this next speaker is going to be absolutely incredible. So put your hands together for number 2 in the UK, Nicola Frew! I've got cue cards as well, but mine are not as fancy as Charlene's. Charlene, when we get home, we're putting on our goal board next time, no more cue cards. I might use this to put 2 slip lines on, actually. Ooh. Yeah, that might work. Well done, girls. You're all amazing. It doesn't matter how many, well, I know that I've done it loads, but I've done it a few times now, but you still get so nervous about coming on stage. But yes, we will do it. So anyway, I am Nicola, and I am here today to talk to you about goal setting and dream boards, which is a massive passion of mine and something that I really think has helped grow my business over the past 10 years. Well, I've been with Farmasi for 2 years, but I've been in network marketing for 10, so I will talk a wee bit more about that. That's us, Sophie. So first of all, I want to go back to just one of the biggest decisions that I made in my life. Obviously you will hear the word decision loads a day, and I'll speak about it as well, but I feel as though obviously my little boy's 10 now, so they thought these were 10 years ago, and this was before I'd done network marketing. And when he was only a matter of weeks old, I made a big massive decision that I was terrified to make, and it was to become a single parent. I was in a relationship that I was unhappy in, and I was basically just trying to make things work because I was worried what people would think of me being a single parent. And one day Jacob was only weeks old, and I just woke up one day and I thought, do you know what? I don't know, just one morning I woke up and I thought there is absolutely nothing wrong with being a single parent. I was like, I'll do this, I will get there, and I wanted to be a happy mum for my little boy, but I also wanted to be happy for myself as well. He needed me to be strong and be happy. So that was me. I made that decision, and that one decision changed everything. There's a fire in my belly like that day because I thought everything is down to me. But obviously I knew I had to step up. I couldn't go back to my work because before I came to network marketing, I was a retail manager in a retail store, so I was working 50, 60-hour weeks, so I knew that was not possible. So that's why then I had to look for something else. I loved the selling side of things, and that's what brought me to network marketing. And I dabbled a little bit in it, and then I realised when I was putting Jacob to bed at night, I was then sitting on the couch, and when I started trying to sell online, one night I was like, oh my God, I've made £100 tonight. What is this network marketing? And that was me addicted, and that's what brought me on to basically creating my first ever dream board. I didn't have all the answers at the time, guys. I didn't have a plan, I didn't have experience. I just simply wanted to build a better life for me and my boy, and I knew it was all down to me. I wanted more opportunities, and as I say, that's when I discovered network marketing. From that very first ever commission that I got, that was me. I just wanted to start allowing myself to dream bigger for me and my boy. And this is eventually when I started creating my first dream board. So what is the difference between having a dream and actually achieving one? Let's talk about dreams, because every single person sitting in this room has dreams. Put your hands up if you've got dreams, guys. Yeah, every single person in this room will have a dream. We dream about travelling, we dream about better health, we dream about financial freedom, we dream about having more time with the people we love, we dream about smashing our next rank, we dream about getting up on stage and collecting your cheques at the next UK event, hopefully. And a dream on its own does change nothing. We can sit here or stand here and say, I dream about this, I dream about that. So a dream on its own changes nothing. A dream is simply just something that we hope for, and the moment we decide, like that day I decided I was going to become a single mum, that day I decided I was going to give what I could to network marketing, that gives your dream a direction, and that's when it becomes a goal. So I often say, if I had to stand here today and say I want to be successful, what does that actually mean? But if I stood here today and I said, I want to be Emerald Diamond Director, I want to be a six-figure earner, I want to qualify for the trip, I want to take Jacob to Miami, that obviously then is like, it's not just me, it's going to give me something to give me direction and give that goal direction. And once we write these goals down, they stop becoming ideas and they start becoming plans. Dreams inspire us, but goals move us. And then something else to make that goal happen is we have to have action as well. Because action is where everything changes. But if goals are so powerful, why do so many people give up on them? Next one. I don't believe that most people fail because they are incapable. I just believe that it's because life gets in the way. We get busy, something comes up, we become distracted, we're busy with the kids, we might then go and compare ourselves to someone else, we might just stop believing in ourselves, and before we know it, we've talked ourselves out of that very one goal that we really, really dreamed about and got excited about. As a single mum, I know exactly what that feels like. There's been times when I had been working 2 jobs, obviously trying to build a business and wondering how on earth I was supposed to fit everything in. It would have been easy to tell myself, I'll start this next month, I'll start it next week, I'll wait until life calms down, I'll do it when I have more time. If I ever waited for the perfect time, I'd probably still be waiting. I've learned there's never a perfect time, and there will always be another excuse, another distraction, and another reason to wait. The people also as well, guys, the people who succeed aren't always the most talented, but they are the people that just refuse to give up. So if your goals feel further away than you hoped, please don't stop, because slow progress is still progress. So how do we stop ourselves from forgetting about our goals and always staying focused? That's us, Sophie. The power of a dream board. So now we know that dreams need goals and goals need action, but here's the challenge. Like we say, life gets busy, we all have days where work takes over, family takes over, life takes over, and before we know it, we've forgotten all the goals that we're excited about. And that is where dream boards became so important to me. I didn't create one because I thought if I just stick a load of pictures on a board, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and everything's going to be there. It doesn't magically change your life like that. I created one because I needed that daily reminder. I needed to remember why I started. I needed to remember the things that I wanted to do to make Jacob's life better. And every morning I would see those pictures, every night I would see those pictures, they would give me that motivation that I needed every time I looked at them to push myself further in that day. Dream boards don't build your future, but they remind you why you're building it. They kept my dreams alive. On days where maybe my motivation wasn't there, I'd look at my dream board and I'd remember why I made it. But something else started happening, and this is what really changed everything for me. People often ask me why I believe in dream boards so much, and my answer is simple really. It wasn't the dream board that changed my life, it was me that changed my life. But the dream board helped me to stay focused enough to do it. You naturally start making decisions when you move closer to them. I became more intentional, I became more consistent, I noticed opportunities that I probably hadn't noticed before, and I stopped asking, can I do this? And already started thinking, what's the next step that I can take? Next one, Sophie. So if you've ever seen one of my dream boards, you will know they're full. I've never had one dream, I've always had lots. I've always dreamed of travelling more, I dreamed of a bigger home, I dreamed of having an office, I dreamed of speaking on stages, I dreamed of being better at financial and better time with Jacob, lovely holidays, and giving him things that he wanted. When I grew up, my mum and dad didn't have a lot, so I didn't want to bring Jacob up and have to tell him no to things. He's not spoiled by any means, but I just wanted to be able to give him anything that he needed. All the goals have been there, but here's what I learned. I didn't have to achieve them all at the same time. I simply kept asking myself, what's the next step I can take today? Some days that meant learning, some days I had to work that little bit extra harder, some days it meant saying yes to doing things like this that put you out your comfort zone. And every time I achieved one goal, I celebrated it, guys. I took it off my goal board and I put it on an achievement board, and that reminded me also, on the days that I felt I wasn't getting there with one, I looked at that and I thought, look at the goals you've already achieved, so keep going. And then I updated my dream board again, because every goal I achieved made room for another. You don't have to achieve every dream today, just take the next step. Have your dreams, dream big, have as many dreams as you want, just don't let them overwhelm you. Focus on today's action and trust all those small steps, that all those small steps will eventually pay off. And dream big, guys. And talking about dreams, there's something that I've also done as well, and it's say things out loud. And it's not be scared to shout about your dreams. So, the next one, sorry, I think I skipped one right there. So, don't be scared to dream them out loud. This is a few posts of me back in 2020. So this one here is my old house, and it's my old kitchen, and my kitchen used to look like that 24/7, guys. My dining table was like a filing cabinet. My hallway was constantly covered in boxes, and I've always put posts up, this is why I need a bigger house. I will get that big home, bigger home with an office one day. I can and I will. It's words that I've always used since I started doing my dream board and when I started ticking things off it. And then that was one as well. At the start of my network marketing journey, when I just had joined, I had seen that loads of people were going to the Maldives, and I had copied these pictures from a girl's Facebook. That's not me. And I was like, I will be on that trip, and I will go and take the pictures in the exact same place that girl's took her pictures. So did it come reality? I wasn't scared about putting it on Facebook. I feel like sometimes if you own your dreams with confidence, you're creating accountability for yourself. I don't do that with all goals, because some goals are very personal, but let your actions back your words. Next one, Sophie. Yes, so then and now. So that was there. And I worked hard, I never gave up. I looked at that dream board every day, and I knew what that house would mean for me and Jacob. And I got my office, so yes. And that's, all I wanted was the office. If the old house had a spare room, I would have been happy, but all I wanted was the office. And there we go, I went and I did. I got on that trip and I copied the exact pictures to prove to myself that I can and I will. And I have to say, guys, since then as well, since coming to Farmasi as well, every trip I just want to be on it, and it's an amazing feeling when you get there. And this as well, guys, just like at the bottom here, if you have a dream, now this is for 2021, but this has always been my attitude. If you have a dream, set your goal. As I always say, never ever stop until you can tick it off. Dream, believe, achieve. It's always been one of my biggest quotes, and I want you all in here to do the exact same. Next one, Sophie.
I'm making notes of me too.
Oh. Oh God, we're nearly done. I've not even timed myself. But I just want to let you know as well, guys. Like it doesn't matter what's in the pictures, how big or how small they are. All the pictures to me were just a picture on my dream board at home. Even before I had the office, it was just probably lying in my messy house with all the orders. But I just want to go through some of these ones because I obviously have only been with Farmasi for 2 years, and this is not even half of the stuff on my goal board that I've achieved since I came to Farmasi, guys. That was the first Paraiso trip, which is the Hard Rock Hotel. There's me and Charlene standing right outside the exact one. I put that on my dream board last January, and then literally the week later Sophie phoned to say you can speak in Birmingham, and that's me in Birmingham. That there's just the picture of the old school I used to work part-time in my laptop, and that's me the day that I left the school after I joined Farmasi because I decided to give this job my all and do it full-time. This was only took last month, and that was on my goal board for January, the same red dress. Venice, there's me with Emily and Sinan on the Venice trip. These were all genuine pictures on my goal board, guys. I just done the cutouts and I put it out and I had it in my vision. The golden trip, Miami. We went to Miami, not only that, we got invited to a brunch, and I was in this brunch with some of the biggest leaders in the world, pinching myself, thinking little Nicola Frew from a tiny village in Scotland is in here with these Next one, Sophie. And this one I just want to end on, guys, because these are massive to me, and this one here is me in 2024 when I went the Golden Trip, and I was with Charlene and Louise and loads of other amazing sidelines and Sophie, but I didn't have a team there because I had long joins, so I had the vision that I wanted to bring some of my own team back there one day, and this is us just last month, over 70 of our team in Farmasi, and that's team from England, UK, Ireland, Lithuania, Germany, Poland, Austria. It was incredible. But this one, so I sent Charlene this picture last year, and I've scored out number 2, very naughty of me. I scored out number 2, I don't even know who it was, I can't remember, but I sent it to Charlene. I said, Charlene, you will always be number 1, you're my queen. I need you to lead me, but I'll go for the number 2. And I didn't even put this in my original presentation, but I had that, UK number 2, and I wrote that. I've changed it to August 2026. Sophie done the recognition call just this Monday and shouted out, Nicola Frew number 2! So, just another reason to bloody have a goal board. So, last one, Sophie. And what if it doesn't happen, guys? Not every goal happens in your timeline. Some dreams evolve as you grow. I've still got loads of Farmasi goals that I was hoping to have happened now, and I've not, but it's staying on my dream board. Setbacks don't define your future. Every step teaches you something along the way, and never ever stop believing what's possible, guys. Write all your goals down the day. If you don't have a goal board, go back home and make sure you have one. Yeah, I think. Oh, one last one.